Okay, so I'm happy with how that goes in there. It might just have to, just a hair more down this corner. Just a little bit. Now you can fine adjust this. I'm probably going to use double-sided sticky tape. Maybe just a little bit of hot glue. I really like how hot glue works on EPP foam. I know the instructions here tell me to use a lot of crazy glue. I'll try a bit of that. But for the main part, I want to use hot glue for all the stuff. So here we go with this now. That's servo mounted in there. And with it cut in and mounted in there, let's hope that it's really secure, okay? Now, stick it in. I've got to get this ends for the rod. Now I got to put this in. Now I'm going to use crazy glue to put that in. And then I think I'm going to get some, if I got some carbon fiber. I get some softer 20-minute finishing epoxy. I might just put a little bit of carbon fiber over these hinges. We'll see. We'll see how I feel once they're glued in there. The kit supplies this little bunch of string. And apparently I cut a line and I install this string in this wing. And that's what helps make it really stronger. If you guys have any info on that, tell me. So I'm interested in all this string cut in. It doesn't show it here on the instructions, but it shows where I put all the fiber tape. Huh. Well, that should be fun. Okay, so before we put this in, this plastic is really smooth. I think it'd be best. It's quite soft, but with an X-Acto knife with anything, scratch it up. Make some good marks in it. Don't leave it that smooth, otherwise it's probably not going to stick in that foam. You want this to never come out. So I'm going to make a lot of crossways. There we go. Now, that's way rougher. So I use some of this gap filling CA glue. I'm going to put it in the holes here that I've had this in. And I'm going to put it all over this. I'm going to see. They say this is supposed to hold an EPP. We'll see how good it holds. Okay, so, that. Let's go down like that. That about right to there. Okay. Well, there we go. A little bit of kicker on it. And let's just see how that sets up. Well, that's setting up. The second hole out. Wow. These are really small. You see how small they are here. Oh, that fit? Yeah, well. I'd much rather have the big screws on than those tiny little grub screws. But, that's strange. The kit doesn't come with any backing for this. That's really weird. Oh, I see. That's what the lock washer's for. Okay, this is not much bigger than the hole I have here. So I'm just going to use my X-Acto knife. Just a tiny bit. Okay, just a tiny bit more. Do it from both sides. There's the blade. There we go. Okay, so that's on. Let me push this little clip on. Well, my oh my. Oh, this wing, this is a little clip. I just don't know how it's supposed to go on. Huh. I'll try here. Another way of mounting a little clip on. Okay. Well, it's got play, so it moves, but I will tell you, it's never coming off. Ah, how's that looking? You see that there? Uh-huh. Now, it's a dilemma. Do we use the screw or the rub screw? I really like the screws. But I think I'll use the grub screws. Yeah. Now I just gotta find out Allen wrench. And that me slowly with the other little tools. Okay, so pre-install that one a little bit. And remember, these are metal on metal. So when it really comes down to it, I'll have to take them out and Loctite them in. That I will have to do. But I don't want to Loctite anything in now because we're just still fitting it. Wow. I guess that really mounted in there good. But I gotta test something here. Because this just looks so tough to pull. You know, I was thinking about putting bigger servos in here. See now. See, I can test this because I got my servo tester here. And I got a new charged battery. Well, I do have to say, It is back centered. Yep, it's going to do it. I'm going to have to mount it in that wing really good. Yep. Yep. That looks good though. Okay, well. These wires have to run. We're going to cut a line in the wing and put them in. Now, I Loctited the screw into the servo head. So as far as this goes, it's just over there. I could screw this in. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait before I glue these servos in. I'm going to do the other wing. We get it done up. And then we'll work on joining the wings. I gotta get this motor mount finished. I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about here. I've taken their plastic one. This here plastic one they supplied. And I wasn't overly happy with it. It's way too, first off, it's way too small for my motor. So, I'll put it aside for another day, and I had a nice alloy mount here. So, I'm going to use it to mount the motor here. That should be way better. Way better mount. I just got to drill 6 holes here, and then bolt this onto it nice and firm. It isn't going anywhere. But I'll upload this video and I'm going to start cutting the second wing. I've also got to finish building my ESC, wire it. And the string. Anybody seen about the string? I understand the tape, but I don't quite. I think I just cut and go from end to end and install this string really tight. And then glue the hole back shut. But if you know better than me, then let me know. Because after that, we'll get this one installed. I'll measure the other wing, come right back, and we'll do it.